Hey guys, DJ Aria Dash here. In this video, I want to go over what a technical writer is, how to use one, and how to create one. So I created this technical writer, and I've had one from before from events that I've done, but usually for every event that I need one, I just kind of tailor it towards that event. So basically, what it is it's overall a communication sheet that you usually give to the venue people or the party planner, the event coordinator, or maybe even the event promoter, just so they know what you'll be bringing and they know what you'll require from them. So as you can see here, like I have a portion of the writer where I kind of communicate what I'll be bringing, my Pioneer mixer, my Denon player, my V-Moda headphones, and just some cables to plug in and plug out. And it's just like I want to get into how I DJ in a later video, but overall this is what I'll be bringing, and then what I'll require from the venue. So obviously, like a venue like that's a club, I'm not going to bring a sound system or lighting or anything. I'm not going to bring like my own monitor. So at a venue, at like a club, they'll have this stuff. They just need to know, like, in a way, how to set it up and how you want to plug in, plug out. So basically what I wrote down is that the sound system needs to be connected to my mixer through XLR cables, which you can see I also included a picture here. And usually, like, the audio visual team at a club will, if they're not familiar, that's a huge red flag, but usually they'll be familiar with what that means. So that just means we need to plug in through the master input here. And then I also included like booth monitor. So booth monitor is a small speaker system that they put in the DJ booth so I can hear what's going on, because I can't really hear what's going on in the crowd effectively while I'm mixing. So I really need to hear it in the booth. So that's what a booth, like the DJ booth, so that's what the booth monitor is. So I put that as a requirement, booth monitor with subwoofer on each side of the DJ booth, connected to the DJ's mixer through 1/4-inch cables. So that's going to be like, you can see here, it says booth connected through 1/4-inch cables. That way I have separate control over that in my mixer, which is very, very important. Also included stuff like I need power there. And for this specific venue, we're having cold water sparklers and CO2, which is like the CO2 cannons. So I want separate control over that so I can hit that whenever. And obviously like a wireless mic for me. So I can go on the mic and say stuff sometimes. And then what's also important is that I included a little like other section here for sound check, that they need to have the AV team available at an appropriate time for me to get there, do sound check, and then once sound check is done, nothing can be altered that could affect like us starting or could affect any part of the performance. And that's super important, that they don't change anything. Obviously, you would think that that's kind of common sense, but you really want to communicate that that's a big part, that they don't really change anything from there. So given that, I think if you're doing a technical writer for each specific event, I think it's important that you kind of just look into the event and look into the venue you're going to be DJing at or performing at. So for this specific one, it's going to be the Vermont Hollywood, which looks relatively different from this photo now. They just invested a lot in lighting and have LED walls. See if I can find a better photo. They don't really have better photos on Google. But overall, actually, this is exactly what it looks like right now. They have LED walls here, there, this whole lighting rig, and you can see the DJs in the middle. So honestly, pretty standard club. They should have all these requirements, and not only that, they should be very familiar with what I'm requesting of them in terms of like booth monitor, plugging to my DJ system, stuff like that. So I'll be sending that over to the event coordinator. Well, in this case, it's the party planner, and also I'm not sure exactly her role, but she's the event coordinator at the venue, or maybe the salesperson there, but she's also familiar. She kind of runs the show for these type of events over there. So I'll be sending that over just so they have it and there's no surprises, and we can go back and forth now, and I don't have to get there and figure out like, hey, like how do we plug into the system, or they don't have to figure that out. We're all on board, same page.